5 tips if you are new on your fitness journey or just walking into a gym for the first time. Now, I have been a trainer for over a decade, so it was a little bit challenging for me to really think back of when I first started my fitness journey or when I first became a trainer, but honestly, I am constantly learning and constantly evolving. I'll tell you guys a little story. About a year ago, I stepped into a gym and I didn't know how to use one of the machines because during COVID, when I was living all over the world, I was going to a lot of more older style gyms. So when I walk into a gym with newer equipment, there's some machines that I don't know how to use. There was maybe 2 weeks that went by and I wanted to ask these two big muscly gym guys how to use the equipment. And I was just so scared. Even as a trainer, I was so scared. And I had to kind of suck up my ego, suck up my pride. And I finally just went up to them and I said, you know what, guys? I would really love help on how to use this equipment. And they were so kind and so generous. It became one of my favorite pieces of equipment to use. So I'm so glad that I asked. So I share that story because I just want to share that even as a trainer, I'm constantly learning, constantly evolving, and constantly learning new machines as well. So for today's video, I ended up asking on my Instagram, as well as people at my gym, what they would want to know in the beginning of their fitness journey. I thought I would share my 5 tips. If there's anything that I don't say in this video and you guys would like to know, please comment below and I will answer your question. Feel free to DM me on Instagram. My Instagram is @TiffanyLeah_ or comment below and I will make another video, a part 2. So let's get into it. So I am getting my steps here on my walking pad. I have to do 30 minutes of cardio a day plus 10K steps a day. I normally walk the beach or I walk the lake outside, but for today I am walking on my walking pad because I want to make this video and I also want to edit tonight. So tip number 1 is start with basics. Before you even tackle finding a program and all that, I suggest you start with basics. Either doing 10 minutes a day of strength training, or if you're really new to fitness, starting with classes, just starting with walking outside. If you feel uncomfortable walking outside, maybe it's too cold outside, maybe it's too hot outside, maybe you just don't feel comfortable walking outside, invest in a walking pad. This walking pad is one of the best investments I could make. I can't tell you guys how much I use it. I love walking outside. I usually walk the beach. I find more joy in walking outside, but I will tell you guys, I love using my walking pad. And what I normally do is I normally turn on this TV right here. I love to just watch podcasts. I don't watch TV. I'm not a Netflix person. I love to constantly learn. So I just put YouTube on and I usually watch a podcast or I watch a video on something that I could learn while I'm walking. So it's perfect. Sometimes I put on music and I could just sing and dance in the comfort of my own home. So tip number 1 is start with basics. All right, tip number 2 is to make things easier on yourself. What I mean by that is, of course, as a trainer, I'm going to recommend hiring a trainer. Hiring a trainer doesn't have to mean it's forever and ever. I've had clients that come to me and they just want me to help them learn all the equipment in the gym to get them to a place where they feel comfortable going to the gym on their own. And to me, it's valuable for me to help people reach that point. So don't be afraid to voice to your trainer that you just want to reach a point where you're comfortable doing the workouts on your own and you just want to learn and feel comfortable at the gym. If you still can't afford a trainer, look on YouTube, look at my videos, social media. There's so many tips, there's so many videos. Or like the story I said in the beginning, don't be afraid to just go up to somebody that looks like they know what they're doing at the gym. I can't tell you guys how many people come up to me at my gym and they're like, you seem like a trainer, or they don't even know if I'm a trainer or not. They just can see that I know what I'm doing and they ask me for help. Personally, I love helping people. I love helping people feel more confident in the gym. If somebody is mean to you, that is on them, because anybody who truly is passionate about fitness loves to help other people feel comfortable at the gym, because we've all been there. Like, everybody has started at a beginning point, and like I shared in the beginning, there's times even now, a decade later of starting as a trainer, that I even still don't know what I'm doing with certain pieces of equipment. So don't be afraid to ask somebody, but I also know it's so intimidating to talk to people at the gym. So if anything, that's why there's so many amazing videos online. Another way that you can make things easier on yourself is meal prepping yourself or ordering through a meal prep company. So like here in Thailand, obviously it's a lot cheaper than compared to back home in the US, but I order vegetables like this, and I love eating fermented veggies with every single meal because it helps with gut health. And then I order these grass-fed steaks. I order a huge box at a time, I defrost them, and then I pop this in the air fryer and I have a meal. You can make your meals easy on yourself. So either go to the market and meal prep for the week, find basic recipes that are enjoyable for you and meal prep yourself, or find a meal delivery service and order meal prep. You know you're not gonna put the time and energy toward making your own meals. It is valuable for you to invest in a meal delivery service. Find what your needs are and make it enjoyable. Find meals that you love, find meals that you enjoy, but are just healthier. So that's what I mean by making things easier on yourself. So it is nighttime here, and I'm drinking a little bit of coffee because I have clients tonight, because I train my clients US time, and it's a blessing but also can sometimes be a little bit challenging. But the good thing is I'm able to focus on my training and editing all morning and afternoon, and then I just have to kind of get that oomph of energy at night, but at least I have the whole day. So it is a blessing and I'm grateful. So tip number 3 is accountability. So accountability is so important. I have had people hire me just to keep them accountable. They know what they're doing when it comes to training and eating, but they literally just want somebody to check in on them every single day and keep them accountable. And they've hired me just for accountability. Accountability is so key, and I can't tell you how much of a difference it makes when you start to become accountable to somebody outside of yourself. Of course, you should have the self-discipline and motivation to be accountable to yourself, but let's be real, a lot of people don't have that, especially in the beginning of a fitness journey. And so finding somebody to be accountable to outside of yourself will make the world of a difference, I'm telling you. A small way to be accountable to yourself is maybe getting yourself a little like fitness watch to see your steps every day. If you don't have a watch or you can't invest in a watch, you could use the health app on the iPhone. If you can, maybe find an accountability partner. So finding somebody who wants to start this journey with you, and you two can check in on each other, maybe go to the gym together, maybe come up with a meal plan together. Whatever it is, you guys have each other to keep each other accountable. Another option is obviously you can hire somebody to keep you accountable. So you can hire a trainer, you can just maybe hire somebody, like pay somebody that will keep you accountable. Even invest in an online program where you have to check in every day. Find what works for you, but know your weaknesses and know your strengths. So you might feel like, okay, I can keep myself accountable, but then deep down you know that you won't. If you know that it's not your strength to keep yourself accountable, then find somebody that can keep you accountable. Maybe it's even joining a Facebook group. If you don't have friends that want to start this journey with you, there is so many other ways. I encourage you to check out Facebook groups. I encourage you to maybe look on social media. You can message me, you can comment my videos, whatever it is, find somebody to keep you accountable and make accountability a priority in the beginning of your fitness journey. All right, you guys, I'm taking you guys to my outside hammock here. Let's go to tip number 4. So tip number 4 is if you are walking into the gym for the first time, there's a couple things that you can do. I understand it is so beyond intimidating. Number 1, try to find hours that are a little bit more quiet. Obviously, depending where you live in the world, I used to own a gym for 6 years, and I know morning and afternoon tend to be the most crowded times. If you can wake up extra early, then obviously it's going to be a little bit more quiet at that time, and you can test different pieces of equipment out without feeling there's just tons of people everywhere. It just feels more comfortable overall. Let's say you work remotely or work at home, then maybe you can go during the middle of the day, or you can go later in the evening. I remember when I owned my studio, like classes that were 4 and 5, 6 p.m. were more crowded, but then once it hit like 7, 8 p.m., it was a lot more quiet. Another option is working out at home. So a lot of my clients that I train on Zoom, they work out in the comfort of their bedroom. They have dumbbells and equipment that they have at home, and then I live train them at home. So you could do something like that, or you can follow YouTube videos from the comfort of your home. So there's those options as well. If you do want to actually go to a physical gym, try to have a plan beforehand, because if you walk into a gym for the first time and you have no plan and you walk in, most likely you're just going to be like, what am I doing here? You're going to feel so overwhelmed, and you're probably going to leave and just feel so defeated and want to quit. And I don't want you guys to have that feeling. So try to come up with a plan beforehand, find a plan online with a trainer, whatever it is. Maybe develop a plan yourself. Think of like a 10, 20, 30-minute workout that you can start with, and walk into the gym and have a plan beforehand. Try to find maybe just an area that you can stick in that same little area. Find dumbbells, a bench, and you can still get such an incredible workout with dumbbells and a bench. Honestly, you can get one of the best workouts with just different weighted dumbbells and a bench. Try to start, like I said in the beginning with my other tip, try to start with basics before you try to tackle the machines. So maybe your first week at the gym, stick to one area and tackle using dumbbells and benches. And then once you feel comfortable with that, you can start to learn the machines, and by that point, you're going to already start to feel a lot more comfortable with the gym. So that's tip number 4. We have reached tip number 5. My last tip is to celebrate your small wins and don't be so hard on yourself. I am the queen of I think I'm so addicted to learning and self-growth. I can get wrapped up in trying to reach the final destination that I forget to just enjoy the journey. It was actually just yesterday that I was walking the beach and I was listening to a podcast, and I was really present in the moment, and I just realized I really need to celebrate my little wins more and not be so hard on myself. I only give advice from my own personal experience. Big thing for me is to try to really celebrate my little wins. And I know that when you're starting a new fitness journey, you're starting over again, learning something new, and you're a beginner, it's so easy to get wrapped up in you just want to feel like an expert, or you just want to know what you're doing. You want to feel comfortable, and the beginning never feels that way. And just like with anything, it just takes practice. It just takes time. Be patient with yourself. Know that sometimes you're going to feel so uncomfortable, but you will reach a point where you feel more comfortable. Everything takes time, everything takes practice. Celebrate little wins. Maybe you went to the gym only for 10 minutes. Maybe you only got a walk in. That is still such an achievement. So celebrate those wins. and give yourself a pat on the back. Even you watching this video, even you deciding to start a journey for yourself is such a big accomplishment and so much further ahead than most people are, because you are choosing you, and you are choosing self-growth, and you are choosing to do something that might feel a little bit uncomfortable, and you are choosing to step into a higher new version of yourself. So celebrate that, and I hope this video was helpful for you guys. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, comment below what you want to see, and if you like this video. I am so grateful for you all, and I'll see you guys next time.